You who feel tired but do not understand why. You who keep walking but feel like nothing is changing. You who have been praying for an answer but have only met silence. I see you. I know what you have endured quietly. I have heard your midnight cries. I have watched your strength being poured out one unseen moment at a time. And I want you to know, your faith has not gone unnoticed. Even when you think no one sees the weight you carry, I see it. Even when your steps feel small and your voice feels faint, I hear it. Even when you feel like you are walking in complete darkness, I am walking with you. And every step you take without seeing, every prayer you whisper without proof, every decision to trust me without clarity, that is what heaven calls faith. You have not failed just because you are afraid. You are not weak just because you've questioned. Faith does not mean feeling nothing. It means choosing me even when the feelings vanish. It means holding on to what I promised, not to what your eyes can prove. You may feel unseen, but I have never taken my eyes off you. Do not confuse silence with abandonment. My silence is not absence. It is formation. In the silence, I am stretching your roots. In the darkness, I am strengthening your core. You are not standing still. You are being shaped, prepared, fortified. What looks like delay is actually divine training. What feels like emptiness is making space for glory. So if you feel like you're walking blind, you are in the right place. Because faith does not begin with sight. It begins with trust. It begins when your senses stop explaining and your spirit starts believing. And beloved, you are walking in faith more than you know. Every step you've taken in surrender has echoed in heaven. Every tear you've cried in silence has watered something I will soon bring to life. I have not forgotten my word over you, and I will not abandon what I began. I am still working. I am still writing. I am still with you. Hold on. Trust me. And take the next step, even when you cannot see what's ahead. Because faith is when you keep walking, even when nothing is visible. But you know I am leading you. I am here, even when you cannot see me. My beloved child, let me speak to the very place in your soul that feels empty right now, to the unanswered questions, to the aching silence, to the fear that perhaps you've been forgotten. I know it feels like you're walking alone. I know it feels like your prayers have hit a wall and returned without reply. But I need you to hear this. I am not distant. I am not silent. I am not absent. I am with you, even here, even now. Me, where are you? And I say, I am right beside you, not one step away. I have been walking every inch of this path with you, even when the road felt dry, even when the sky held no light, even when your soul trembled under the weight of what it could not see. You are not forgotten. You are being led. Yes, it would be easier if you could see the whole plan. Yes, you would feel stronger if you could understand every reason, every delay, every detour. But this is what faith is, beloved. Faith is not knowing everything and still choosing to trust. Faith is when your sight fails, but your heart stays anchored in me. Faith is when you keep walking, even when the light is gone, because you know the one who walks ahead. I see the battle inside you, the part that wants to believe and the part that wants to run. I see the exhaustion in your soul from carrying questions with no answers. But child, you were never meant to carry answers. You were created to carry trust. And trust only becomes real when vision fades and decisions still must be made. You do not have to be perfect to be faithful. You do not need to feel strong to be obedient. The smallest step forward in the dark is still obedience in my eyes. And each step is sacred. Each step is holy. Each step shakes the ground beneath the enemy's lies. Because every time you move forward without sight, You prove that your faith is not built on circumstances. It is built on covenant. You say to me, Lord, I don't know where I'm going. And I say to you, you don't need to. You just need to stay with me. Let me say something that I need you to hold on to with everything inside you. Your job is to stay with me until the end, and I will give you the answer your soul has longed for. Not the answer you think you want, but the one your spirit truly needs. Not a moment sooner, not a moment later. At the appointed time, I will make all things clear. But now is the time for trust. You keep asking, what's next? But I'm asking, will you walk with me when you don't know? You're asking for the finish line, but I'm asking for your next step. The path is built by footsteps, not by visions. The future is shaped by faith, not by maps. And you are not late. You are not lost. You are right on time, because you are right with me. I know what happened that broke your confidence. I know what voices told you that you're not enough, that you missed it, that you're falling behind. But I do not speak through shame. I do not rush with panic. I do not compare you to others. I am writing your story, and I walk with you at your pace, not theirs. So let me take your hand again. Let me silence the voices of fear. Let me remind you that you don't have to see the destination to take the next faithful step. And let me say this with all the love in my heart. You will not miss what I have for you. As long as you stay with me, there is nothing wrong with you because you can't see. This is where faith becomes sight, not in your eyes, but in your surrender. And when the world tries to measure you by what you've accomplished, remember, I measure by what you've trusted me with. And you, beloved, are trusting me more. Then you realize, so lift your head, breathe again. Don't wait to feel brave, just be willing. Don't wait for the fog to clear, just follow my voice. You're not expected to figure it all out. You're only called to stay with me, and every time you choose me over fear, me over comfort, me over answers, you are building a foundation that hell cannot shake. Let this be your declaration. I may not see the way, but I trust the one who is the way. And I promise you, one day you will look back and see how every unknown moment, every quiet day, every dark valley was part of the journey that led you into your divine purpose. And you will not regret one moment of obedience, even when it didn't make sense. So keep walking, keep trusting, keep showing up to the silence, because I am in it. I am in the waiting. I am in the next step. I am in you, and I will lead you, not with pressure, but with peace. Not with answers, but with my presence. And that will be enough. Now rise again. The journey continues. The next part is already unfolding. And I am still here, guiding you forward even when you can't see what's ahead. Let go of the shore. I am the ocean beneath you. My beloved child, there is a reason you feel tension in your heart. The old places no longer fit the weight of your calling. What once gave you comfort now gives you unrest. What once made you feel safe now feels like confinement. This is not failure. This is your soul awakening. This is your spirit outgrowing the boundaries of fear. I am not punishing you by disrupting your peace. I am preparing you. I am making room for the life I have always spoken over you. Do not cling to the familiar. Do not chain yourself to comfort. Do not bind yourself to places I'm calling you to leave. Let go of the shore, and you will discover that I am the ocean beneath you. You will not drown in surrender. You will be carried in grace. The waters I call you into are not meant to destroy you. They are meant to deepen you. And if you never step off the shore, how will you know that you were created to walk on water? You say, but Lord, I'm afraid. And I say to you, good. That means You're standing at the edge of faith. Fear is not a sign to retreat. It's a sign you've reached the boundary of your own understanding. And what happens next is not up to your strength. It's up to your surrender. I am not calling you to jump blindly. I am calling you to trust divinely. I will never push you into places I will not sustain you. I will never call you out if I don't intend to meet you there. Look again, child. I am already in the waters. I am not on the other side of your risk. I am in the risk itself. Every uncertain step, every trembling movement forward, every quiet yes you give, I surround it, I bless it, I multiply it. Time to stop surviving in shallow waters. It's time to leave the familiar shore of fear and step into the mystery of faith. It's time to let go of what hurt you, what numbed you, what made you believe you were unworthy to move forward. Your story is not over. Your pain is not your prison. I am not asking for your perfection. I am asking for your permission to lead you where healing lives. Let me take you where your logic can't carry you. Let me take you where your comfort cannot keep you. Let me take you where your past has no voice and your wounds have no hold. But for that to happen, you must let go of the boat that kept you safe in the storm. You must let go of the mindset that says, I need to control everything to be okay. You must let go of the lie that says, if I don't see it, I can't trust it. You do not need to see the next 5 years. You need to see me, and I am here. I see you trying to figure it out. I see you weighing the pros and cons. But faith is not a formula. It's a flame. It doesn't ask for perfect timing. It asks for willing hearts. And you, my child, have a willing heart, even if you doubt it. You wouldn't still be reading this if your spirit wasn't burning for more. And yes, more is coming. Not more confusion, not more chaos, but more clarity, more identity, more fire. But first, more surrender. You don't need to do more. You need to release more. Let go of the grudge. Let go of the fear of failure. Let go of the voice in your head that keeps replaying who hurt you, who left, who doubted you. I am not building your future on the voice of your past. I am building it on the voice you've learned to recognize, mine. You are not going back. You are not regressing. You are transitioning. And transitions often feel like confusion, but that's because the old is falling off and the new is still unfolding. Be gentle with yourself. The fire inside you has not gone out. It's just being refined. Do not compare your timeline to others. Do not measure your journey by someone else's visible progress. Faith does not race. Faith does not perform. Faith walks one step at a time. With me. This is not the season of perfection. This is the season of obedience. Do not ask if you are ready. Ask if you are willing. For every willing heart, I provide the strength. For every obedient step, I pour fresh grace. And if you get tired along the way, you don't have to carry the mission. Just stay close to my voice. That is enough. I will do the rest. And if fear rises again, return to me. Return to the last place you heard me. Return to the truth I've already spoken. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are not being led to destruction. You are being led to destiny. So breathe. Let go. Take the step. The ocean is deep, yes, but so is my love. And it will carry you further than fear ever could. You were not born to stay stuck. You were not born to merely survive. You were born to soar. But first step, first release. First, trust. And when you do, the heavens will echo your obedience. The darkness will tremble at your movement. And I will be smiling, whispering into your soul, I've got you. Keep going. I'm here. The wilderness is not the end. It is the beginning. My beloved child, you are not lost. I know it feels like you've been wandering in circles. I know your heart feels tired from hoping without seeing. But I need you to understand this. You are not in a dead place. You are in a holy place. The wilderness is not a sign that I have left you. The wilderness is the place where I shape you, where I speak not to your surroundings, but to your soul, and where I teach you that even without a map, my voice is enough. The wilderness strips you of the distractions, the noise, the crowds, so that you can finally hear me clearly. It is where I become not just your God, but your sustainer. Not just your answer, but your presence. Not just your rescue, but your reason for living. I know the questions swirl in your mind. Why is it taking so long? Why can't I see the fruit of my prayers? Why do I feel so far from where I thought I'd be by now? But listen, beloved, the wilderness is not a punishment. It is preparation. When you walk through dry land with no visible sign of blessing and still choose to worship, heaven calls that faith that is proven by fire, and what is forged. In fire cannot be shaken by storms. You are not being delayed. You are being developed. I am not in a rush, because I am forming something eternal in you. If I gave you what you asked for too soon, it would crush you. But when I finish my work in you, you will not only receive the promise, you will be able to carry it, sustain it, multiply it. I am not just writing a moment for you. I am building a legacy through you. You say, but I feel empty. And I say, that's because I'm clearing out the old to pour in the new. You say, but I can't feel you. And I say, that's because I'm teaching you to walk by faith, not by feelings. You say, but I feel forgotten. And I say, you are hidden, not forgotten. And what is hidden in me is always being protected. I see how you've kept walking even without the applause. I see how you've remained faithful even when you were tired of being strong. I see how you've chosen kindness even when bitterness begged to take root. These things are not small in my eyes. They are beautiful, and they are preparing you for what I have already written. You may not understand the delay, but I promise you, when the doors open, you will understand the weight of what you carried, and you will know that the weight was not wasted. I am not a God of empty delays. I am a God of divine timing, and I will not allow your promise to arrive one moment too soon or too late. In this wilderness, I am teaching you who you really are, apart from roles, titles, expectations, and pressure. You are more than your output. You are more than your success. You are mine. You belong to me, and I am delighted in you, not because of what you do, but because of who you are becoming. Let me remind you, the wilderness was where I met Moses in the fire, where I sustained Elijah with ravens, where I comforted Hagar with the spring, where I tested Jesus with truth. The wilderness is not empty. It is sacred. It is not forgotten. It is watched closely by me. So stop waiting for the wilderness to end. Start listening for my whispers in it. There are things I can only speak to you here, things that require stillness, dependence, and uncluttered devotion. Don't miss the beauty of what I'm doing because you're rushing to escape it. There is glory in this dry place. If you will stop long enough to see me in it, you are not abandoned in the waiting. I am working even now. I am preparing doors you haven't seen, opportunities you haven't imagined, and healing you haven't even known to pray for yet. But before I release those, I am releasing clarity, identity, and resilience in you. Let your prayer in this season shift from Lord, get me out, to Lord, make me ready. Because what I have for you is not just about you. It is about the souls I will reach through you. And when you rise from this wilderness, you will not come out empty. You will come out empowered. So, beloved, do not be discouraged by what looks Like stillness. Stillness is not stagnation. Stillness is strength being rooted. And soon, when you walk out of this season, you will know how to stand, not on sight, but on faith. Not on feelings, but on truth. Not on the world's applause, but on my word. Take heart. I am here. I am still speaking. I am still sustaining. And I am still leading. You are not in the wrong place. You are in my process. And when I finish what I started, nothing and no one will be able to stop what I pour through your life. You were chosen before you could even believe it. My precious child, let me tell you something your spirit already knows, but your soul has struggled to accept. You were chosen before you ever believed you could be. Before you did anything to earn favor. Before you ever spoke my name. Before you were even aware of me, I had already seen you, already loved you, already called you mine. You are not a mistake. You are not a product of randomness. You are. Not simply trying to find purpose. You were born with it. My hand formed you with intentionality. My spirit breathed destiny into you. You were not just created, you were appointed. You were set apart to walk in a divine path that no other soul can fulfill. That is why your life feels heavy at times. It's not because you are weak. It's because your calling carries eternal weight. You have survived things that tried to crush you, not because you are lucky, but because I preserved you, even in moments when you didn't believe in yourself. I never let go of what I placed inside you. I protected the seed, even when the ground looked dead. And now, child, it is time to rise and believe in what I have never stopped believing about. You. I know you've questioned your worth. I know the battles you've fought in silence. The nights you cried out, wondering why it had to be you. But here is my answer, because I trust you with fire. I trust you with battle. I trust you to carry my light into places most people run from. That's not punishment. That's purpose. The pain didn't disqualify you. It shaped you. The silence didn't mean I left. It meant I was strengthening your ears to hear me more clearly. The delays weren't rejection. They were divine protection. I have been training you, refining you, deepening your roots so that when the winds come, you will not be shaken. Stop apologizing for your fire. Stop shrinking to fit inside other people's comfort zones. Stop trying to be acceptable to those who cannot see what I see in you. You are not here to impress the crowd. You are here to obey the call. And I will not let your obedience go unrewarded. Yes, your path may look different. Yes, you may feel misunderstood. Yes, there are days you feel like a stranger in this world. That's because your spirit is from a higher place. You are not meant to blend in. You are meant to stand apart, shine bright, speak truth, carry hope, and release healing into every space you walk into. When you feel unqualified, remember, I do not call the qualified, I qualify the called. It is not your resume I rely on, it is your surrender. It is not your strength I require, it is your willingness. It is not your perfection that attracts me, it is your brokenness laid at my feet. Your yes whispered in faith. Let go of what they said about you. Let go of what you believed in your lowest moments. Let go of the narrative the enemy wrote during your seasons of shame. That is not your story. That is not your identity. Your identity is mine. Your value was set by the cross, not by your past. Your destiny was signed in heaven, not in human opinion. Stop running from your calling. Stop hiding behind excuses. Stop saying, but what if I fail? And start declaring, I can do all things through the one who strengthens me. The enemy has tried to wear you down with lies, with delays, with distractions. But he forgot. One thing I already declared victory over your life. and what I declare cannot be reversed. You are not too broken to be used. You are not too late. You are not too weak. In fact, you are right where I can use you most powerfully, in humility, in honesty, in hunger. And that hunger is holy. That hunger to be used by me, to be restored by me, to be fully known and still fully loved. It is the birthplace of your next breakthrough. You've walked through the fire, and you didn't burn. You've walked through the waters, and you didn't drown. Why? Because I was with you, and I still am. I never left. I never turned my face away. And I will continue to walk with you, not just through this season, but into every new season that awaits. So rise, child. Rise in confidence that you are not here by chance. You were placed here by purpose. You carry something eternal within you, and it's time for that to be released. Say yes. Say yes again, and watch what I will do through a life that refuses to give up. You are chosen. You are called. You are commissioned. And I will walk with you every step, every valley, every mountaintop, until the end. And then we begin again in glory. Do not be afraid of the silence. I speak there too. My child, there are seasons when my voice feels loud, like thunder breaking through your confusion, like a whisper that wraps around your heart with warmth and clarity. And there are seasons when it seems I am silent, when the heavens feel still and your prayers return with no sound. But listen closely. My silence is not absence. It is intimacy in disguise. Do not be afraid of the quiet. Do not assume I have stopped working simply because you cannot hear me. I speak in silence just as powerfully as I do in miracles. The seed grows in silence. The dawn breaks in silence. And I am growing you, shaping you, transforming you, even now, in ways you cannot yet perceive. You are not forgotten in the silence. You are being focused. I silence the world so you will learn to recognize my presence, not just in answers, but in stillness. You have prayed for clarity, for purpose, for strength. And instead, I've given you a season that demands trust. This is not cruelty. This is preparation. This is me anchoring your faith so deeply that even in the absence of proof, you still believe I am good. You long for signs. You ask for confirmation. But my greatest work is not to prove myself. It is to make you sure of me. Not because I showed up in fireworks, but because even when the fire died down, you still believed I was there. I know the ache of uncertainty weighs heavy. I see your hands trembling to hold on to hope when nothing around you affirms it. But child, this is holy ground. This is where faith is no longer theory. It becomes breath. It becomes choice. It becomes a quiet determination to say, even if I see nothing, I will still walk. Even if I feel nothing, I will still trust. This kind of faith moves mountains. This kind of faith makes demons tremble. This kind of faith shifts generations. And it is being formed in you now. You have not lost me. I am in the silence, guarding, guiding, watching. I am in every step you take. I am between every breath, beneath every tear, above every fear. I am there when you lie awake wondering if you made a mistake. I am there when you force yourself to believe, even when your soul feels hollow. I am not testing your worth. I am revealing your strength. When you feel surrounded by questions, do not chase answers. Chase me. The noise of the world becomes too loud. Come to where I am, in the secret place, in the quiet corner where your soul can finally breathe, in the inner room where no title is needed, no perfection is required, and only honesty remains. That is where I meet you. That is where I heal you. That is where I whisper your name, not with condemnation, but with compassion. Child, your. Silence is not a void. It is a vessel. I am filling it with my presence. I am filling it with new understanding, with deeper roots, with sacred revelation. The world may not applaud this season, but heaven is watching with wonder, because even when the path seems invisible, you're still walking. You think your faith is weak, but I call it brave. You think you're falling behind, but I say you're exactly where you need to be. You think you've missed it, but I've written every step with care. You are not late. You are not wrong. You are not forgotten. You are being hidden to be revealed at the right time, in the right way, for the right purpose, Dot. So stay with me. Walk slowly if you must, but walk with me. Even in silence, I am drawing you closer. Even in stillness, I am moving in power. Even when you can't trace my hand, you can trust my heart, Dot, and if the fear returns, remind yourself, I am not alone in this. God is with me in the silence too. You don't need to feel fire to know I'm real. You don't need the miracle to know you're mine. You don't need clarity to take the next step. You just need me, God. So breathe again. Stand again. Pray. Again. Walk again. I am still here. I am still faithful. And I am still speaking, even in the silence. The storm will not break you. It will reveal you. My beloved child, the winds are rising, the waves are crashing, and the sky seems darker than before. You feel as if everything around you is shaking, and perhaps inside, so are you. But I say to you now, do not fear the storm. It is not here to destroy you. It is here to reveal what I have placed within you. Storms do not come to punish. They come to uncover. And what I have placed in your spirit cannot be swept away by chaos. The storm is loud, but my word is louder. The waves are high, but my hand is higher. The winds may rage, but my promise is anchored deeper than anything. The storm can touch. You have cried, Lord, this storm is too much. But I whisper back, child, you are stronger than you think, because I am inside you. I did not promise you skies without rain or days without trials. I promised my presence in the middle of it all, and I am here. I have not left you. I am in the boat with you, even when it seems like I'm asleep. Even when the water rises, you are never out of my reach. Do not confuse stillness for absence. Do not interpret my quietness as abandonment. This storm is not a sign of your failure. It is a setup for your testimony. This is the place where your roots go deeper, where your confidence is refined, where your faith outgrows your fear, child. It is easy to believe when the skies are clear. But I am teaching you to trust me when nothing makes sense, to stand when the foundation shakes, to speak life when all you see is loss, to declare victory even while you're still bleeding. That is the kind of faith that shakes the heavens, and that is the faith rising in you now. You are not weak for feeling the pressure. You are not faithless for crying out in the storm. But I call you to remember, I calmed the sea with a single word, and I can do it again. But sometimes I let the storm rage so that you can see I've already placed peace inside of you. Your peace does not come from the absence of conflict. It comes from knowing who stands beside you. Your victory doesn't come from things going your way. It comes from the truth that I am your way, always. You may not control the storm, but you are connected to the one who holds authority over it. I know the storm has made you question who you are. I know you've wondered, am I really called? Did I hear God correctly? Is something wrong with me? But let me tell you now, nothing is wrong with you. You are walking through spiritual resistance, not spiritual rejection. The storm didn't come to disprove your calling. It came to refine it. You are not being destroyed. You are being distinguished. You are not being shaken to fall. You are being shaken to rise. And when this storm passes, because it will, you will not be the same. You will carry a new boldness, a new clarity, and a new anointing born through this battle. Let me remind you, storms don't last forever, but what is built in the storm does. You will not just survive, you will come out with wisdom, with compassion, with unshakable trust. The very waves that tried to drown, you will become the proof of my power in your life. You were never meant to do this in your own strength. So now, lean on me. Let me carry what is too heavy. Let me fight where your arms are tired. Let me speak peace into the places that tremble. I will never let the storm have the last word. I already spoke the final word. You are mine, Doc, so declare with me, even while the winds blow. I will not fear. I will not give up. I will not go back. I am anchored in the one who holds all things together. You are coming through this. And you are coming through stronger. You are being prepared for more than just survival. You are being prepared for your next assignment. This storm is birthing something holy, something eternal, something unshakable. Not so rise. Keep walking. Keep trusting. Let the storm rage. My promise will remain. You will see what your faith carried you through. My beloved child, you have walked through darkness with trembling steps. You have carried questions heavier than words could hold. You have stood on the edge of surrender and still chosen to stay. And now, let me tell you what I have seen, not from a distance, but from within every breath you've taken. I have seen your faith. I have seen your fight. I have seen your loyalty when nothing made sense. And I call it holy. You may not see it yet, but I have been building something in you that cannot be taken by man, by fear, or by circumstance. You thought you were just surviving, but I was writing a story through your life that will awaken others. I was using your silent endurance to shake the heavens. I was weaving purpose through your pain, glory through your grief, and destiny. Through every delay, now comes the moment where I tell you, you are stepping into the season where your faith will show its fruit. You will begin to see what your believing has built. You will understand why I said wait, why I closed that door, why I allowed the breaking, because I was making room for something far greater than what you would have settled for. You have not been wandering, you've been led. You have not been forgotten, you've been hidden for preservation. You have not been delayed, you've been prepared. Every step, even the ones that hurt, has been part of my orchestration. You are not behind. You are exactly where I need you to be for what is next. You are about to see that I do not waste pain. I do not ignore tears. I do not abandon hearts that have surrendered. You kept walking when the lights went out. You kept praying when no one answered. You kept believing when hope flickered. And because of that, heaven is opening doors no man can shut. Do not be afraid of what's ahead. I go before you. I level mountains. I part seas. I restore years. I resurrect what seemed dead. This is not the end of your story. This is the rising. This is the unveiling. This is the moment you begin to live from faith to fulfillment. You asked me if your obedience mattered. It did. You wondered if your prayers were heard. They were. You cried, "How long, Lord?" And I say to you now, it is time, not because you earned it, but because your surrender aligned you with my perfect timing. And now, I am releasing what has been waiting for this very hour. Your breakthrough won't come with thunder. It will come with peace. It will settle on your life like a river, like light at dawn, like a breath you didn't know you needed. It will not scream, it will restore. And you will recognize it, because it will look like me. I do not restore halfway. I do not heal with condition. I do not call you only to abandon you in the process. No, I finish what I begin. I am the author and the finisher of your faith. And you, my beloved, are walking into a new chapter where my goodness will surround. You, my grace will sustain you, and my glory will shine through you. This is the season where you will speak from scars that no longer hurt, where your wounds will become windows of healing for others, where you will walk with confidence, not because life is easy, but because you finally know who walks beside you. You are not walking alone. You never were. I held you every night you felt like giving up. I caught every tear that fell in silence. I spoke your name over storms you didn't know were coming. I poured grace on days you didn't think you'd make it through. And now I take your hand once more and say, well done, child. Keep going. You are almost there. Even now, the heavens are rejoicing, not just because of your victories, but because of your perseverance. You didn't give up when it would have been easier to walk away. You chose me over comfort, over the noise, and I am honoring your faith. From this day forward, walk with new vision. Walk with healed eyes and an awakened heart. Let every step echo the truth. I was not alone. I was always held. I was always loved. And now I am finally living what I believed in the dark. This is not the end. It's the beginning. And child, listen carefully now. The glory I am bringing into your life will far outweigh the suffering you have endured. The weight will make sense. The pain will no longer define you. The ashes will be replaced with beauty. And the promise, the one you thought had passed you by, is already moving toward you. So take a deep breath. Lift your head. This is your time to rise, not in fear, but in fullness. Your faith has carried you. My hand has never left you, and your future is brighter than you can imagine. Let these final words seal what I have spoken. You have stayed with me through it all, and now I will give you the answer you have longed for.